Gracias, Presidenta.
Thank you, Madam President. President von der Leyen. President von der Leyen, sorry, terribly sorry, but here it has been made very clear who your main enemy is, Mr. Weber and the European People's Party. You did your best. You did what you could today to try to bring a work programme to us here today for all pro-European forces to rally together behind it. You did your best, but now you can see who is responsible for the European alliance and platform not working in this House. And that problem has a name, Manfred Weber and European People's Party. Today, we heard you call for urgency and unity, but the question echoing through the streets of Europe is another one. Where is Europe? Because the urgency and unity which we need cannot come at the expense of ambition or the interests of European citizens. Where was Europe when you signed an unfair deal with Trump? Accepting 15% tariffs without any retaliation is unacceptable. Promising the US hundreds of billions of euros of oil and gas purchases and defence investment without the authority to do so is an abuse of power. You went to Scotland to bury the Draghi and Letta reports and our strategic autonomy under a golf course. Let me remind you where you should be investing. Here in Europe, €800 billion a year in common debt to finance the green transition, digital transformation, defence and the social model. Our position is clear. We will amend the agreement. We will demand that US producers comply with the same standards that we require in the Union, because farmers cannot be the losers in your pact with Trump. And if Trump continues his trade war against our digital laws, we must activate the anti-coercion instrument. Ms. von der Leyen, where is Europe when Gaza is dying every day? More than 64,000 Palestinians killed, 2 million displaced, homes, hospitals and schools razed to the ground, famine used as a weapon of war, children machine-gunned while searching for food. I would have liked to invite Ignaz Bayath here today, a Palestinian child, or one of the families of a Palestinian journalist who has been killed, and those of children killed looking for food, because behind every individual story, Salma, Rahim, Mohammed, the list goes on. There are thousands and thousands of children whose voices we'll never hear again. They died in a massacre perpetrated by the Israeli government. We have waited too long. We heard your proposals. We heard your presentation of proposals that we should withdraw from the agreement. We call for a complete break with the agreement. We welcome those steps, but they come too late. So many lives have been lost. We have to keep up the work. Trump and Netanyahu were talking about building a tourist resort. We need our own alternative, a Gaza facility, because if Gaza dies, the soul of Europe dies with Gaza. Stop the genocide in Gaza. Where was Europe? You made announcements about Ukraine. You talked about what you will do in relation to Russia. What about the €200 billion in frozen Russian assets for reconstruction in Ukraine? Where was Europe in the fight against climate change this summer when part of Europe burned? Let us strengthen our commitment to climate neutrality. Mr. Weber, how are we going to have industry, companies, entrepreneurs on a territory which is being devastated by the results of climate change? We need a European affordable housing plan, paid internships for young people, a package of quality jobs and achievements for women. All these challenges require a budget to match. Ms von der Leyen, Mr. Weber, to conclude, responsibility does not mean jettisoning our values and interests. Responsibility means not making deals with the far right, not seeking allies in the far right, with those who want to destroy Europe. Social democracy has always been and will always be at the heart of a European project, with responsibility and without in any way abdicating responsibilities to take decisions.
Peace over war, justice over genocide, climate action over denial, democracy over autocracy, equality over discrimination. That is the Europe our citizens deserve, and that is the Europe we will never give up. Thank you.